Hello, my people. Welcome back to my channel, I guess. Now, I'm gonna do something that is very overdone. Haha. But I just want to get my thoughts out. This is a Persona 5 character tier list, not Royal, because I don't own Royal yet. Maybe I will one day, but anyway, I'ma be ranking these today, I guess. We're beginning with An. Now, there should be an image on the right of the screen, but An. I should mention, we're ranking my overall thoughts on the character in a separate video. This is just my thoughts on the Confidant. And An's Confidant is, it's fine. I mean, you get to see An, that's about all, I guess. You get to see her become a better actress and person, I guess. That's something. Yeah. Overall, nothing too good, nothing too bad. Though, if you're not paying attention, you can accidentally romance An. I've never done it, but I've heard stories. So, yeah. Not the best, not the worst. An's a B. Now, Shinya, I think his name is, the Get Smoked kid. I've only completed his social link once. I mean, sorry, his Confidant once, because I wasn't very into it, I guess. It's not that it's bad, it's just not great. Though I do like how it starts with the hacker, or the cheater, rather. And the thieves not being able to beat the cheater in mementos. That's pretty cool. So, I think it's a bit worse than An's, but not too bad. Next up is Caroline and Justine. I should mention the Arcana. An is the lovers. Shinya is the tower. Caroline and Justine are our strength, I believe. If not, correct me, but they're pretty good. Okay, I guess. You can complete their entire Confidant in like a day, so like one day. So that's kind of unique, I guess. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. No, that's all I have to say. Next up is Futaba, a fan favorite. Now, Futaba, she gets, sorry, I misplaced Caroline and Justine, sorry. Futaba is the hermit. Now, her Confidant goes through a very dark twist near the end, and it's kind of bizarre in a way. The starting things are nice and light-hearted, and they're pretty good. But then once you get to the deep end, oh boy, you're really in the deep end. Now, I'm gonna say spoiler alert, flashing on screen now, and now. Probably not at those times because, you know, I'm bad at life, but she, basically, one of Futaba's childhood friends, her only childhood friend, is basically virtual stripper, sort of, not really. Think of her as kind of... Nah. Basically, her parents just sell pictures of her friend naked. Or in compromising positions, compromising situations, scantily clad clothing, whatever. I don't remember the specifics. But I'm not really a fan of it. It's a bit of a bizarre twist, I'm not gonna lie. Though Futaba is one of the more interesting characters in the game. I think it's an A tier. It's really good, but it's just really bizarre at the same time. Next up, Goro Akechi. Now, Akechi is justice, I believe. If I get any of these wrong, I'll flash it up on screen, but I think he's justice. Honestly, it's not really much to say about him. About his confidant, rather. It's a story confidant, so there's not really much you can do with it. I mean, I know a lot of people aren't a fan of the twist. Spoiler alert flashing. If you're still here after, if you care about the game, or if you want to play it while you're here. If you haven't played it, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, yeah, a lot of people aren't a fan of the big twist where Akechi kills you. However, I am actually not opposed to it. It's not great, but it's not bad. It's pretty good, I would say. I didn't expect it. Actually, that's a lie. I did expect it. I didn't pick up on the pancake thing, though. I noticed in my second playthrough that he actually says that, so you know, that's very good. Attention to detail. You can really find out that Akechi's the man in the mask early along if you catch that. But yeah. No, he's also a wild card, so that's something. He's probably one of my favorite confidants. Not because of... No, he's not. The confidant's not that good. It's better than Ann's, but not better than Futaba's. Just Goro the character's interesting, rather. Okay, next up is Haru. Haru Okumura. I think she's the Empress. Yeah, that sounds right. Now, I haven't fully completed her confidant because I had no investment in her character. I've done... I'm on my third playthrough of the game right now, and in the first two I did not do her confidant. I just had no interest in doing it. Oh, well, I didn't finish it, rather. I did do it. I got up to... I got a few in, but I wasn't too interested. Haru's my least favorite thief, excluding Morgana, but that's so... Yeah, she didn't really just... It didn't really catch me. I'm not... It's not an E, because it's not terrible, but it's a D. It didn't catch me. Next is Chihaya. She's Fortune. She's the fortune teller. Fortune, yeah, funny. She's very interesting. I mean, her confidant isn't great. Her character isn't great either, but, you know. I don't have anything to say about this. She does scam you, so she's worse than the child, but I like her better than these Haru and Caroline and Justine, though you can't really I don't really consider them to be too huge, but whatever. Next up is the Fool. Hold up, I made a slight error while recording this. I mentioned it a bit later. However, I kind of made a bit of an error while recording. Basically what happened was, the way I record these, I have a bunch of images pre-set up on OBS, not all of them because I'm lazy, and I pop them up when I'm talking about the character. However, for Oya, I forgot to take her off. Well, sorry, about Chihaya, I forgot to take her off while I was talking about Igor. So you're gonna have to deal with Chihaya while I'm talking about Igor. I will cover up her face to make it more bearable, though. So hope you enjoy what I did. AKA Yaldabaoth's social confidant, or rather fake Igor's confidant. It's also a story one. It's not a very interesting confidant. You learn a bit about fake Igor, I guess, so that's something, but the abilities are useful, but it's pretty bad. Oh wait, I just realized Chihaya was next up is EY, or whatever. EY. I like him. He's a Yakuza member, former. He's pretty good. I don't have anything to say about him. He's just good. I like him a bit less than Futaba, but not Futaba's, but not too bad. Next up is Oya. I have nothing to say, so I'm not gonna say anything. Next up is Kawakami. Now, she's a maid. Let's just get that out of the way. She's a maid. Now, if you like that, good on ya, but not a fan of Kawakami personally. She's not bad, except the ending where she becomes your slave at rank 10, but that's more buff based, so I'm not counting that. Yeah, just not bad, just not good. D. Actually, no, it's a B, now that I'm rethinking it. Sorry, see, she gets a lot of development as a character. We learn about her. It's a fun time. Whatever. Next up is Makoto. Now, Makoto is my favorite character. My favorite in the entire game, and I'm sad to say this, but her confidant's not that great. It's not really about her. We do get a lot of information about her. We get a bit of information about her, but the majority of it is dedicated to I don't even remember her friend's name. I've totally forgot to mention the Arcanas for like a lot of people, didn't I? Whatever. I'll do that in editing. Yeah, Makoto just gets... Though, her rank 10's very nice. And I like the romance scene, if you choose to romance her. It's very nice. So, I'd give Makoto's Confidant a B. Yeah, a B. But Makoto the character, easy yes. Sorry Makoto. Next up is Mishima. He is of the... I don't remember what he is. Honestly. I never do this guy's link. It's incredibly useful, it gives you more XP, but I really hate the character so bad. I hate him. Oh god. No, I don't like him. I can't put him anywhere other than E. I really don't like him. Now a character who I probably dislike even more. Morgana. Now, oh god, I really dislike Morgana. And I can include this, but because this is his confidant and he's a naturally progressing confidant, so I will include this. I hate the Akumura Palace part about Morgana. I really hate it. This is a very common opinion you see, but this is literally the worst part of the game, in my opinion. It's terrible. You can't do anything for a few days because Morgana's not there. And you know why he's not there? It's because Ryuji made a comment that went with what Morgana said in his previous line. I don't remember the specifics, but basically it's because Morgana was a hypocrite. That's why he tries to kill the Phantom Thieves and abandons them in order to solo a palace, which only Goro can do. But yeah, I don't like him. I really don't. And on to a good note. This is actually my favorite confidant. Surprise, surprise. It's Tora. Tora Nosuke, I think is his full name. He's really good. He's, I believe, the only non-naturally progressing social link where you don't need to solve the issue through mementos. I believe he's the only one that you don't need to go to mementos and kill a shadow to solve. Now, that's really good, because I don't know about any of you, but I don't really like mementos. It reminds me of Tartarus. And Tartarus, well, at least Tartarus actually has something going on. I mean, yeah, Tartarus has the floor guardians. But what does Mementos have? Locked doors and big shadows. Oh, very scary. Yes, the Mementos has a nice aesthetic. It's just whatever. Mementos Fantaside. Tora is amazing. He's the politician. I think he's of the Sun Arcana. Oh, that's what Mishima is. Mishima is the moon. So I just remembered, because he's a disgraced politician who rises back up to not power but prevalence in the social landscape. He's political landscape, because of his stance and ideals. It's just, I really like it. Tora rant aside, Ryuji. Now, Ryuji, where do I start with him? He's interesting, but not interesting in the way that it's most commonly used. He's interesting because of how normal his confidant is. It's just, it's very anime, if you know what I'm saying. It's just, he tries to, some of it's about you two training together, scratch that, most of it's about it, but then it's about the track and field team. It's just, it's very anime is the best way I can say it. It's not good, it's not bad, it's meh. It's meh. Sai, on the other hand, oh, she's actually about the same. She's a naturally progressing confidant, which isn't usually the best sign, though. She is interesting, I'll give her that. She comes from someone who you don't really like because she's interrogating Joker, or you really like because she's smoking into an ally. She's also Makoto's sister, so that's something. But her link, it's mostly about Sai questioning herself. It's very weird. It's not bad, it's not good, just meh. Next up is Confidant, aka... oh, she's also the Judgment. Next up is Confidant, aka Sojiro. I don't remember what he is, but I like him. He's good. Yeah, he's good. He's better than Futaba. Mostly because Futaba is integrated heavily into his link, so much to the point where you can only get like 2 or 3 levels with him before you unlocking Futaba. So that's nice. I like to see different characters in Confidant. It's pretty good. You also get to hear Futaba call him Dad by the end, which is very sweet. But yeah, honestly, it's really nice, really chill. Excluding the part about Futaba's uncle, of course. He's a bit of an arse. Yeah, I just don't like him. He's not that good. He's a bad man, obviously. But Sojiro is also a former government worker, so that's something. Yeah, whatever. Next up is Hifumi Togo of the Star. Hifumi is my 3rd favorite link because it's about... it's not about Hifumi per se, it's about this craft that her mother has created. So it's not about Hifumi, the person, it's about Hifumi, the player. Hifumi, the actor, so to speak. Until the end, of course, where you find the real Hifumi. She begins to grandmother rigged. It's a nice story, a nice little story. It's not. It also provides great benefits, like incredibly broken benefits, I would say. But that's not being factored into play in this ranking. But honestly, she's really good. Other than that, nothing much to say really. Just Hifumi's good. Yeah, Hifumi's good. Next up is... Oh wait, I didn't rank her. Hifumi's a S. Next up is my second favorite link. No. Yeah, my second favorite link, which is, of course, Takemi. Now, Takemi, I'll just put it in S. There we go. Takemi is a disgraced doctor. Her name was Ruin. She's called the Plague or something to that effect, because apparently one of her patients died. Or she couldn't save someone. I don't remember the specifics. However, she still tries to make a cure for it. That's why she needs Joker. Yeah, I'm thinking, yeah, moving Hifumi down one tier. But yeah, Takemi, she stops. She doesn't have a selfish goal. Oh, she does have a selfish goal. It's to help her patient, which she believes is still alive until told otherwise. But yeah, I mean, she's got good motivation when she helps out the kid outside the clinic. That's very nice. She's a nice person. I like Takemi. Next up, and last up, is Yusuke. Honestly, I really like Yusuke. He's one of my favorite characters. Yeah, he's really good. His link is about not... I don't remember the specifics. However, it's the overall theme of his link is to not let... No, he's about growth. Yeah, he's about growth. Now, after defeating Madarame is when you can start his link. And now that Madarame is gone, he has no real inspiration for painting. No real reason to paint. So, he needs a new reason. I remember you go to Mementos together and he paints a really good artwork, but that's not enough at the art competition. Because it has no soul, it conveys no message, it conveys nothing about the artist. It's just a lifeless piece of art that shows only one viewpoint of desire, I believe it was. It's really powerful. It shows you what art is to many people, even though to so many others it's just lines on paper. Oh, also there's the gay scene in the boat where the brother and sister think, the sister and brother think you're gay with Yusuke, so you know that's something. Comedy gold, gay jokes. Haha. Yeah, Yusuke's really good. I like him. That about wraps it up. I'm gonna go through everyone and my quick thoughts on them, as well as their arcana, because I forgot to mention that throughout the video. So, starting from the bottom, Oya of the Devil Arcana. Words can't describe my hatred for her. Morgana of the Magician Arcana. I just don't like him. His links are naturally progressing one pretty bad, not a fan. Especially in the Okumura part, which is my least favorite part of the game. Fake ego, Yaldabaoth, of the Fool. Gives great benefits, that's not being considered though, but his story's not that interesting. Until the end, of course, but by that time the link is over. Mishima of the Moon, Arcana. I really don't like him. That's probably the trend with everyone below E, and even a little in D. I just don't like them. Next up, Caroline and Justine of the Strength Arcana. I like the characters a lot, but the link overall's pretty weak. It's just about them realizing that they are Lavenza, even though they don't actually realize that until spoiler point in the game. Lavenza's a spoiler, damn it, and whatever. Next up, Haru of Kumara of the Empress link, I believe. Empress Arcana, I believe. I find her her Confidant really boring. I couldn't complete it. Next up, Chihaya of the Fortune Arcana. She doesn't really have anything going on for her, and she scammed you out of 100,000 yen. Not a fan. Next up, Ryuji Sakamoto of the Chariot. He's like your bro, and I like that, but his link doesn't really go anywhere. It makes him a better character overall, but it's just boring. It's not bad, it's just boring. I did finish it, though, so better than Haru by default. Next up, Sai. Now, Sai of Judgment, I think. Sai's pretty good. Her link's pretty bad, though, for most of it. It's about her slowly changing over to not the thief's side. Yes, the thief's side, especially at the end. She gains more sympathy and respect for the thieves, so that's pretty good. Next up, Get Smoked Kid. He's got a cool hat, but his link's pretty bad. And if you want the bonus points, you have to give him the bad answers in your diner date scene, which isn't actually a date. Just need to make that clear. Next up is Kawakami. I think she's Temperance. I don't know, though. She's alright. She's a maid. She costs 5,000 yen to come to your house. But she's pretty okay. She's like the definition of average. Just not bad, not good. Next up, An of the Lovers. An is okay. She's not good, not great, but you do see her character grow and develop, so that's good as always. It also features another character whose name eludes me, which by default makes it better than everyone in C and below. Akechi. Akechi's alright. Is a character who's really fascinating. His link is good. It's not great, but it's good. You kinda get to see the real Akechi in the earlier parts, but especially during the later parts, you get to see how broken of a character Akechi is. And he's a wild card, so that's always something. He also dies, debatably, so, you know, that's cool. Next up, Makoto Nijima of the Priestess, I believe. As much as it pains me to put her all the way down here, I have to do it. Because her link is garbage. Not garbage, it's actually pretty good. But only the parts where you're actually talking to Makoto and learning more about her. The parts about her friend and her boyfriend are trash. Her friend's boyfriend, I need to make that clear. You act as Makoto's boyfriend, which I really liked. It was a nice comedy thing. So, you know, whatever. Next up is EY of the Hanged Man Arcana. He's pretty good. He's a former Yakuza. Very fun. His son, whose name eludes me, is very chill. I think you see him once or twice or thrice. I don't really remember. He's pretty good though. Next up, Futaba of the Hermit. Now, Futaba she has my favorite link out of the female party members because it involves different parties, like with Hans. It involves Makoto, Futaba, the rest of the gang if you want to go pre-beach, which you can't actually start her link by then, but if you want to include the pre-beach stuff, it involves all the thieves except Haru. So it's very nice. But what drags it down, in my opinion, is the dark turn at the end. Now, the dark turn is very unexpected and pretty good. However, I'm personally not the biggest fan of it. Though the ending is nice, so that's something. Next up is Yusuke of the Emperor. Now, Yusuke is my favorite male thief. Because you get to see how he grows, not as a person, well, kind of as a person, but mostly in his art and his expression. He learns different viewpoints on the world. He learns how to express those viewpoints through his art. And both pieces of art that we see him create are absolutely beautiful. Much like Yusuke himself. So, with that said, he's pretty good. Next up is Sojiro, whose Arcana I cannot remember, even though it's the only one that I can't. If I remember, I'll pop it on screen. Sojiro is pretty good. It involves Futaba, which is the main reason he's above her. It heavily involves Futaba, actually. Though that also drags it down, because with such the reliance on Futaba, you can't actually have him you can't complete his social link past rank 3 or 4, maybe, without having Futaba as a party member, which kind of irritated me. Though, I will admit the eventual payoff was worthwhile. I really liked his confidant, and I would do it again. Next up is Hifumi Toga of the Star. She's very good. For most of the time, what I said earlier was a bit misleading. You don't see her as the player. You see her as who she is, but the issue revolves around Hifumi the player, not Hifumi the person. It's very unique. I like it a lot. It's about Hifumi trying to overcome this player to prove herself to her mother and to learn about her mother's dream. It's very nice. Next, into S territory, starting with Takemi of the Death Arcana. Now, she's a disgraced doctor, pretty good doctor's nice. Pretty solid. Honestly, I don't really have anything else to say that I've already said. Next up is No Good Tora of the Sun. He's very good, very good. You don't have to go to Mementos to finish his link, which I think is absolutely amazing. I dislike Mementos. And also, his link, his confidant itself is just really good. It's about him rising back up to political power after so long of him being known as No Good Tora and everyone disliking him. It's just really good. Okay, now, I think this is the moment I should say this, but Persona 5's really good. Go play it if you haven't already. It's amazing. If you can't play it, watch someone play it. I recommend Joseph Anderson personally, but it's just really good. So yeah, that about wraps it up. there are a few errors in this video. I'll try to... Oh, there were a few errors recording, so I'll try to fix them up in editing. So if things look a bit wonky, especially, I believe it was Chihire's picture. I did that in OBS while recording, so I forgot to take it down while talking about someone. So apologies for that, but I hope you enjoyed nonetheless. I'll probably make another video one day, so come back if you want to. Goodbye. Like, subscribe if you want, I guess. Dislike as well. Always appreciated. Don't ring the notification bell. You will never get a notification. Goodbye.